Hey guys, this is BowieBytes, and we will take a look at Game 1 between EG and Liquid on the lower bracket of TI9. This segment is all about explaining what we saw in a game that already ended, but all I'm talking about only makes sense when you pay attention to what EG did not see. And you know what else you will never see? Malwarebytes users with infected devices, whether you're on Mac, Windows, or Android. The backstory of this game is that Tinker went for one of the weirdest Tinker builds I have ever seen in my life. Several intermediary items, including completing a Kaya into Kaya Yasha before prioritizing a side of Eyes or Dagon. This made Liquid's game very slow, and even though Liquid got in ages in this game, EG probably still felt very confident since the Tinker still has no real item or threat, or at least that's what they thought. After Liquid got the Aegis, they kill Murana and they decide to take a tier 2 tower after it. Not much of a hurdle, completely fine. If you're looking through the observer perspective though, it seems really crazy. You have Void with a double damage bottle in, Tinker with Side of Eyes, every ult available for Liquid. And yes, Murana is dead, but that's a support Murana. At this stage of the game, she doesn't offer that much besides Moonlight Shadow. And before we watch the fight itself, let's watch Weeha playing after he finishes Side of Eyes. You see, EG had lane wards on both mid and top, so it's really unlucky for them that Weeha TPs past the top ward, and when a fight seems to start middle, he only uses March and away from the ward that EG has, not showcasing his new item. After that, he makes sure to TP bottom, but not where the creep wave is, to make sure that there's not a chance that people spot his new purchase unless they have a Tinker ward, which they didn't. Not only he was incredibly careful and lucky in never showing, he spots this double damage, he gives his bottle to Miracle, farming outside of vision for more than 2 minutes. He does show slightly middle before the fight starts, but for EG to push with no wards on Liquid Shrine, I have to assume they didn't catch that. Knowing all of that, we can now appreciate just how well Liquid takes this fight and why EG would go for such a bold move in the first place against a team with all of their cooldowns, Aegis, and a Side of Eyes on Tinker. At first, it's not certain that Liquid really wants to fight. Ogre goes up the ramp slowly, sentries, and now they are relatively certain that EG has no vision of them. Then Miracle, instead of being debated by the beefy boys in front hindering their tower, goes all the way around, and at the same time, knowing that there's no vision of him, Weeha debuts his Side of Eyes, but note how he uses the tree line perfectly so that it's really hard for them to engage him. As he controls the center using the tree line perfectly, Murana buys back, even though her respawn timer was very low, and Miracle gets a beautiful 3-man chrono with the double damage that was gifted by Weeha himself. The fight is rather long, but this one fight snowballs into Liquid winning the game in a minute. And you know what takes a minute? Downloading Malwarebytes for free. So check their website and get protected right now.